All right, what's going on, guys? Trev back again here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing a video giving my thoughts on the first trailer we have for the third Walking Dead series, which is going to be premiering in spring 2020. Alright, and I'll put the link in the description so you guys can go ahead and check this one out from The Walking Dead's official Twitter account for a new world of The Walking Dead coming this spring 2020. So, check it out. If you haven't seen it yet, watch it through. I definitely want to give my thoughts on this new trailer for the Walking Dead new series, which is, I'm not sure 100% about the title of what they're calling it right now. It just says The Walking Dead new series. I don't know if they've 100% decided on a name for it, whether it's Monument. I've seen that in some articles, or something else. We'll have to see what they decide to call this third Walking Dead series. So, of course, there was the original Walking Dead series that started in 2010. There was Fear the Walking Dead, which is currently in its fifth season break right now. And then we have this another series that's going to be hitting next year in 2020. And then, of course, the Rick movie, which, you know, we were hoping it would be done by 2020, but it sounds like Andrew Lincoln is doing Penguin Bloom, which I did a video on yesterday. If you guys didn't see it, you can watch it. I'll have it in the end screen videos for here if you want the details on Rick's or Andrew Lincoln's next project. And it sounds like he's doing that before the Walking Dead movie, because I don't think filming has started on the Walking Dead movie yet. So I would not be surprised if we actually didn't even see the Walking Dead movie in 2020, and it wasn't until like maybe 2021. I still have fingers crossed that we'll see it in 2020, but with the theatrical release and all this other stuff being involved, who knows if maybe we have to wait until 2021. Hopefully it's not too long of a wait, but we'll see. And he's got this other movie he's working on, Penguin Bloom, so I imagine he'll be filming that for a while, and then maybe if they can film the Walking Dead movie before the end of this year, then maybe we can see it next year, 2020. If not, then yeah, man, it's probably going to be the next year, unfortunately. So this new series, we've got 3 castings for the series that we did a video on as well, too. They're fairly young, like 15, 25, I think it was like 21, 20, something like that. So these are 3 of kind of the premier characters or top of the call sheet characters for this Walking Dead series. We go through the teaser and we have them kind of going through about what if you grew up in a world of the dead, growing up in the Walking Dead world, this kind of thing, developing and kind of all the time that the survivors have gone through in the Walking Dead original television series. Obviously, it's longer than a decade now with all the time skips. It's a very long time since the start of the zombie apocalypse. So, so it sounds like this additional series is going to be going through and seeing kind of a coming-of-age group of maybe, like I said, 15 to mid-20s, so young adults, late teenage to young adults, a few of them, and maybe others as well, too, as they're growing up in the zombie apocalypse. Obviously, there's lots of different things going on in that universe than just what we get to see with Rick in the group, or I guess we should say Daryl in the group now. And, on the Fear side, Madison's group or Alicia's group, however you want to say it, and Morgan kind of in between both. So obviously there's lots of other places, there's lots of other things going on. So AMC's doing an additional Walking Dead series in addition to what they have already. So I watched the teaser trailer through, and I like to be honest with you guys and straightforward. I like to just, tell you what I think right away, not sugarcoat it at all, just tell you what I'm thinking. It looks okay at best, from what I'm seeing here. I mean, this is just a teaser, so it's just the concept art from the looks of things. There's like a airplane, there's like zombies strapped into seatbelts upside down, stuff like this. So there's some cool kind of ideas here, and obviously it's shot from the viewpoint, I would think, of your 15 to 25-year-old, the people that we know of being cast in the series already. So it sounds like they're going to kind of be kind of the stars of the show. Rather than it being, based around kind of the adult survivors like the original Walking Dead series was, or Fear the Walking Dead, where it was based around the Clark family to start and kind of their blended family and how things went for them. So in this case, we're seeing like a group of kind of youngins that are kind of just getting their start to grow throughout the zombie apocalypse. So some people have brought up in comments, Walking Dead meets Stranger Things, something like that. Yeah, that's something what this kind of has a vibe like, or kind of feels like. So it sounds to me like maybe they decided to do this because they're trying to target like a younger audience. Maybe they don't want, because that's a really good demographic for advertisement and all that kind of stuff. For that some of those key demographics are like late teenage to young adult type of age. So they want the audience, I would think, to kind of maybe to try to build up a new audience in that age range, because of course the audience for the original Walking Dead series, with it being in its 10th year, is 10 years older than they were. So a lot of them are, in the careers now. They're not as young as they were when they first started watching it, as a lot of us were, obviously, 10 years later. So maybe they're trying to kind of grab, a new set of audience of that younger age, because the old one has kind of come of age and being a decade since the original series started. So I don't know. It does feel like it has a very unique vibe compared to the others. The Walking Dead original series obviously turned out amazing, right? With it focused on kind of the adults, and kind of a nice mix of lots of different survivors, from Daryl, Rick, Carol, Michonne, some younger like Carl, and Sophia, and a lot of the others that were in the original Walking Dead series. Fear of the Walking Dead, with again the blended family, and kind of it sort of changed course after the third season, so it kind of became something else, and now it's sort of trying to find its new identity with Morgan and with the others. And it's at best, Fear is, I'd say, mediocre for the fan base. I like it, but a lot of people really, really don't like it. It's probably more hated than it is loved by the overall Walking Dead fan base, from what we've seen over the years and the feedback for the series. There's still a lot of Fear hate out there, and it may just get even worse over time. We'll have to see how that goes. But it has been renewed for a sixth season already, so we know we're at least going to see another year and a half of Fear before it maybe eventually does end in a couple years. So for this one here, I don't know, man. I'm not sure. They've done the other two. They're going to do the Rick movies, which I think we're all the most anticipated thing for most of us, from what I've seen, is the Rick movies. I think that's the biggest thing. It is a little disheartening to hear that Andrew Lincoln's going to be doing other stuff first before that, because we kind of want to see that as soon as we can. But for this additional series right here, I just don't know if it has the right. It's probably targeting a younger kind of group. It's probably targeting a younger kind of audience. And, does it make sense from their perspective to do that? Well, I guess so, because it has to be different from the others. But I just don't know if there's enough demand for that. I don't know if that's going to work, and that's what people want to see. So I guess we'll see what they can put together, and we'll see what kind of a reception it can get. All I can say is that Fear of the Walking Dead is a series that if it was that hard to build an audience and keep an audience for a second Walking Dead series with Fear, doing a third, and then you got the movies over here too, which people are looking forward to eventually seeing. It's that's a lot to do, and I just don't know how this series is going to be well received. I don't know if there's a demand for it, compared to the other series and the movies eventually coming out. So I don't know. I watched it through and I just think to myself, it sounds like an okay concept, but Fear, it just sounds like maybe it won't even be as successful as Fear. Like, Fear's going to be having 6 seasons. Will this type of series even get 6 seasons? Does it have that potential? And if you don't have kind of some of those more coming of age adult characters in it, or already grew up, you're having this coming of age kind of story in the zombie apocalypse, like maybe a Stranger Things type of deal. Can that work in the Walking Dead type universe? Would it work? And is there enough demand after all the episodes and all the years that they've done of the original Walking Dead series, combined with Fear, and then people looking forward to the movies too? I don't know. It just sounds like adding on a lot, and I'm kind of, as you can hear from what I'm kind of going through with you guys here, I'm sort of against this concept, I guess. I mean, I'll definitely check it out and watch it with you guys, and I hope it's good. Like, I hope I'm wrong, and I hope they've got a great idea for it, and I hope it turns out to be the Stranger Things Walking Dead, that type of thing, because Stranger Things is incredible. So if it does work and it's done brilliantly, well, then maybe we could look at it as something like that, which could be cool. But based on what I'm seeing here, Fear of the Walking Dead looked pretty promising when it started out. We've kind of seen how that's gone. So with this series here, I'm just looking at it saying, like, this doesn't even look as promising as Fear the Walking Dead did when it started, and look what's happened. Look how we've seen that go, and how people have felt about that over time. So let me know what you guys think. Click the link in the description. Watch the spin-off teaser, spring 2020. So that sounds like probably the original Walking Dead series season 10 will end. They'll probably show this, and then they'll probably have Fear as their summer show, which is going to be reinvented for season 6. We'll see if people even still want to watch Fear after that. I don't know. We'll see what they do. I guess it depends how much they change and whether or not the changes are something people like or not. So that's it for this video, guys. Let me know what you think. Those are all of my cumulative thoughts after seeing just this teaser, all the news for this new series leading up to it, and in comparison to the other series that we have, whether or not it makes sense, whether or not it will work, whether or not people are going to like it. That's just kind of what I'm seeing. As far as what I'm seeing so far, the recipe, it doesn't look like it's got the right, I don't know, it doesn't feel like to me it's got the right, angle to really work for what I know the audience of The Walking Dead to be. But if they're trying to build a new audience, then okay, good luck. Give it a try and see how it goes. Let me know what you think. That's it for this video. See you guys again soon for another. It's Trev. Say peace later, guys. See you soon.